as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers.
Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. First carry for DeAndre Swift.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Tackled at the 25-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
2nd and 4.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Over the middle to Smith. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
To Jonnu Smith.
Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins.
The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
For the Packers and Niners, this, of course, a rematch of the NFC Championship game from a year ago. And that game belonged to the 49ers. You might remember Raheem Mostert. Boy, he really made a name for himself in that one. 220.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Well, footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Play action. Here's Hurts.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards on the play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle. No gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 13-yard line.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard.
29-yard line.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing is Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Throw left side, complete. That's Freeman. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 6.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
He hits Beasley right side. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
A 2-yard gain.
On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This will be fielded at the 17. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10. 49ers nothing.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go. than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. The Niners on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
57, Mike 57.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
It's a game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Ready? Check 4.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the 49er
first down, and they go with Swift again.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Tackle made right at midfield. A gain of 2. Brings up second.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
A gain of 6 yards.
The Niners on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
He's brought down at
third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 15-yard line. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
2nd and 11. Try to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Devontae Freeman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score, Packers 17. 49ers nothing.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
He sets to fire deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Fielded in the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 44. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
A 7-yard pick.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space. It turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
34-yard line.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Freeman again.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Now, to be frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. He'll drop to throw. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll run here with Freeman. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
Taken down behind.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the Niners' 10-yard line.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Travis Kelce, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers continue to roll.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a 1st down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and
on 2nd down, Swift.
4-yard line.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Hurts
rolling to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Mike, check, 59. 60 Bison. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
59, Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Let's go.
2nd and 9 now.
That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this. Time at the 5-yard line.
Brandon Ayuk. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
The Niners on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
2 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is.
Set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Marlon Humphrey on.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Freeman, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike 57. And watch the delay.
They'll eat some clock with Freeman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Brought down by
Von Bell up to make the tackle.
Gain on the play.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's caught inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And it really came together with a good week of practice.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
San Francisco.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
On the deep ball.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
49ers, 44 yards.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Freeman, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Carrier.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was trying to go back to Beckham there. And it's 2nd down.
Covered by Antoine Winfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
57. Mike, 57. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Packers, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Niners, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.